Good morning, everyone. SwiftGal playing some Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Randomizer. That's new. Today we are playing some classic Forge the Crystal, for real this time. Last time I said that it was for April Fools. This is like as standard as you can get. So, classic Forge the Crystal means that the objective is to find the Legend Sword and the Adamant Ore, and return them to Kokol. This gives us the crystal. I turned off Moon, so it summons. I wanted something pretty straightforward here. Partially just because I've been playing lots of challenge mode things, and playing something more straightforward felt good. Warp Life, Sylph Back Row, Freedom Kit, no adamants. Lots of standard. Also, no free characters, no free items. And a Sid start, I'm not complaining. Sid is a good character to start with. Especially, I mean, actually, he's good on Sea Hero also, but, yeah, this is looking promising. I take everything back, Edward. And we got our pass right off the bat, which is not what we're looking for. So, with no free characters, I think we're gonna do a couple of the early areas just quick to find items. Ideally, we'd like to get a bow to back row glitch Sid, and then pass it on to Edward. We'd like to get a good weapon for Sid, like an Ogre Axe. Mute Dagger, actually, I think should be pretty good. As far as things go, I can think of worse items to pick up there. We're gonna go ahead and dip through this so we don't have to come back. Go ahead and do Antlion next. Antlion should be doable, even if we don't get anything great. We also picked up a Lightning Bolt item, which will be very good against a lot of bosses. Lots of mediocre equipment. Great, great. Always love mediocre equipment. And if we don't find a bow here, I think that is a good indicator that we maybe do a little shopping after this. So we found arrows, but not a... It looks like you can't use any of the knives. I didn't realize that. Okay, well, let's see how we do. Getting right into it, and then we'll kind of just do the normal loop here. I'm hoping I think for this fight we may actually I'm gonna do that. And we're gonna have Edward hide right away. That gets Edward a few levels, which is one of the things we need to make him even slightly useful. White Spear is not what we're looking for. I mean, right now, if we find a cane, I'll feel much better about our position, but that's one character, not something we can rely on, especially with where we're at. It's going to take a lot to actually find some characters at this point. Okay, Hobbs. Kind of just jumped right into that without thinking. I guess this is okay. Wait for the cutscene. Edward should automatically dodge this. I don't think Shadow's gonna kill anyone. Now we just need to very quickly get at least one Star Veil up. Perfect. You can do all the damage with his own spells, but you do have to hit him to actually trigger the Y. To finish it off, Cecil, Dark Knight Cecil is not great, so that's not actually helping our situation any, but Cecil is good. So that just means we have a little bit more incentive to do ordeals. Even if we find something good. And a samurai bow. That means that we now have a weapon to back row glitch. At least, Sid. At this point, we also have a dancing dagger, so we can use that on Edward. put him in the back row. We can leave Dark Knight Cecil in the front row if we want, but it doesn't really matter. Really don't have much equipment-wise yet, which, I mean, it's standard treasure, so I shouldn't be surprised at that. I'm gonna make a quick stop at the shop. There's the Ogre Axe I wanted. So, Ogre Axe has the highest accuracy for all of Sid's weapons, which is why it's so good. It's also strong against giants, which is useful on occasion. Probably not here, but that's okay. Elements. Dancing Dagger is a very good item, especially for early game. Just gives you a consistent way to do damage. And Sid, now with an Ogre Axe in hand, should be able to carry us through the rest of the overworld. Since he starts at level 20, characters like him and Edge are very good early to just push through. Let's hope we get an actual item this time. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Earth Crystal. That's an actual item on several levels. Do I want to go do Earth Crystal now, or do I want to make Cecil a Paladin first? I think we make Cecil a Paladin first, see how that goes. I'd kind of like to go get the other two characters, but I don't know if Sid can walk through the Earth Crystal or not. Like, I know he just said he can carry the overworld, but I meant, like, Ordeals and Baron Inn. Which I guess we could probably do Baron Inn also before we do Earth Crystal if we wanted to. The other thing with Earth Crystal is it gives us the Toroya Treasury, which I guess having Cecil beforehand makes that make a little bit more sense as well. Just got two awesome pieces of caster gear if we actually find one. With that Charm Rod and Silent Staff, if we found If we find the twins, that'd be awesome. This is a really sad spot for Yang to be. For him, not us. Okay. Guards. We don't have Mute Bell. Mute arrows. That works. Perfect. Always feels like it become a bit of a pet peeve when Edward is actually useful. As odd as that sounds. Okay, so this boss, we have 1,000 hit points to burn through. It's usually pretty free. There's like a couple exceptions that are kind of annoying here, but we should be okay. Also, we get Paladin Cecil during this fight. Package. That's another character if we want to sit through the cutscene. Longest cutscene that we have to deal with, I believe. Other guards. Okay. Oh, he has the silver staff equipped. I should fix that. I just realized this spot doesn't get XP, so I had no reason to kill the officer. Oh well. Okay, Cecil's Paladin. Tella's got all his spells if we find him. With the Earth Crystal, we can now go... we've got the tower to burn through. We've got some pretty good chances at loot from the Troya Treasury. keep our fingers crossed for like a Crystal Sword, Excalibur, something in that range. That is possibly the worst treasury I have ever seen. I realize I'm on standard equipment, but wow. Is standard just not weighted at all? I had thought it was still weighted. That was a rune axe as the, like, big item. A rune axe and... what was it, a longsword? Is there a longsword, at least? Yeah. So if we find an edge, we're okay. And the rune axe, like, Cecil could use the rune axe. So I was mentioning accuracy. You can see there the rune axe is stronger, but it only has a 60% accuracy rate. So it's better when it actually connects, but it's not as good overall. Crystal armor isn't terrible. Like, it's good for now, but it's not good overall. Specifically because it prevents Berserk as a status, and quite frankly, we want Berserk as a status. Most of the time. So, characters we'd like to see here. We have a White Spear if we get a Cane, we have a Longsword if we get an Edge, we have a Silent Staff if we find a White Mage, we have a Charm Rod if we find a Black Mage. So there are still a few characters that I would prefer not to find. But we've got a pretty good range of stuff that we would be okay finding here. Oh, this is a high hit point spot, isn't it? I'm probably gonna have to reset here. Mostly from my own Well, actually, yeah, this is not a good boss for us. Unless this kills. Did not? Yep. We're in trouble on this one. Just because... Well, I mean, it's doable. We just need to be very careful. So, the problem is... we don't have any healing. He counters magic attacks, which is why he wrecked me last time. Let's do this. That's gonna be a death. Big Wave does percentage base, so it does half your hit points. Yeah, we just need any kind of healing before we do that. Like, cure potions would be fine, but we don't have those currently. And the vampires are okay, but they also trigger the blaze, which does a 1/4 damage counterattack to everybody. So one person gets healed, but the other two... Like, we're basically healing one person up and then taking three-quarters of a character's worth of damage again. Which is not enough. And unfortunately, we also don't have exit, so we get to walk out, which is sad. Walk of shame. Guess we do Baron. Those will help. That... Actually, wait, do I have no dupes on? If we have duplicate characters available, then that's actually okay? I'm not gonna say good, but it's okay. Runax? Yeah. Strong against mage enemies. Cecil gets his levels. He will not be nearly as squishy. Yeah, it's terrifying. Okay. So, getting some defenses set up quick. Cecil should protect Edward. Sid can just go to town now. And I think with crystal armor, Cecil should be good anyway. I did just use that Bacchus wine very casually, but oh well. Okay, yep. The duplicate characters are apparently on, so that answers that. Interesting. Well, I mean, we can go in with one more character and some cure potions and see if that does it. I'm not loving where we're at for that boss in particular. Crystal Helm for Cecil. That's what we're looking for. Just a few more levels, which was the goal. Okay, we're good. And I'm actually going to go ahead and switch the back row there. Even though I would generally like Cecil to be able to be in the front to tank, or in the back to tank better, with full crystal gear like that, he's basically invincible. I mean, against physical attacks, which is where it matters. Mad Ogres are weak to mage weapons, and they are giants, so Ogre Axe and Rune Axe both do extra damage against them. And Crystal Sword is just stupid anyway. Oh, I don't even have the Rune Axe equipped, do I? Oh well. Heroine Robe. Once again, if we had any valid characters for it, would be great. Steelman also counts as a giant. Thought I was going to let that work for a second. Use the Earth Hammer as a weapon. Or as an item, rather. And actually... I think that was the wrong bomb, actually. Nope, that was the right bomb. Cecil gets exit. Protect ring. Awesome. Whoops. Cursed ring. That's actually good to have. Lets us do a little bit better speed control. And with all 3 monster chests out of the way, that means that we can finish looting freely. We got really good stuff if we could find a... Rydia. Quick fight against the inventory boss. So we still don't have great healing options here, but now we have much better damage output, if nothing else. We did use our Bacchus wine, which is unfortunate. Okay, black. Boomerang. Shura. Silver. I like Ogre Axe. Silver. Dragon. Oh, and we can sell the other crystal helm. Double Ogre X? I'm okay with Double Ogre X. Okay. I mean, it's something. Let's go ahead and just do our final quick pass. Ruby Ring. Earth. Don't really care about the Rune Axe at this point. Blizzard Spear. Okay. Hopefully this goes better this time. Like I said, if nothing else, we've got Cure 2's potions and from Cecil. Unfortunately, no AoE healing except unless we're trying to like Cure 1s. But that's not really worth messing with, I don't feel like. Be smart and save on a separate slot so we don't have to walk back out if we fail again. So we've got Crystal Sword Cecil. Edward will be on chemist duty. I didn't heal before the fight. Definitely not wasting a turn on Cecil. Healing himself. Crystal Sword is just broken. I mean, that's really what this comes down to. Now we're gonna get 2 more characters after this. There's a Tella. Depending on who else we get, that could be good. Blue Robe in the Zima spot. Or, no, that's in the Golbez spot, back of Dwarf Castle. Rosa. Okay, there we go. That really balances the party out. Oh yeah, we have a heroine robe. He can equip the Silent Staff. Ring. Okay. Berserk. Let's go ahead and get our Sid going. If we had Cecil without the crystal armor, I would do that for him as well. But we don't. So there. That was actually accidentally clicked on the wrong person. I don't care about getting Tella back up. Experience is not super important for him, but getting Rosa back up would be real nice. There we go. So this, I think this is the only path we had at this point. So this has to be either a... Unless there's a Mist Dragon hiding somewhere. This has to be either... Yep. Hook or Magma Key. So the good news with Hook is that means we get another character option. super not worried about the trap chests for this one. Crystal Sword Cecil and 2 Ogre Axes. I think we're good. That was a mediocre find. So if we get another white mage, we'll probably replace Tella. If we find another melee character, I can look at replacing Tella or one of the Sids, because Sid is not a good end game character. He's very good early game, and I don't mind having 1 Sid late game to use as an anchor, but 2 Sids doesn't contribute much in this sort of team. So I think our ideal here, we have a good Berserk setup. If we can get a Kane or an Edge or another Cecil, that would be best. We don't really have gear for another Cecil right now, but honestly, they can equip the Ogre Axe and be okay at least. Paladin Cecil's just better than Sid. Black belt, awesome. So probably going to be swapping out here. Vanilla Edge. Wow. Okay, let's do this. Like I said, swapping out one of the Sids. Mute bandana, protect ring. Black belt. Save that to sell, I guess. Potential back row glitch there for Edge, which there's a few bosses where that could matter. I'm not super worried about it right now. So we've got Mute Arrows, Mute Knife, Ogre X, Crystal Sword going here against the Ogres, making very short work of them. Rosa gets Berserk, so now we've got 2 casters. By the way, if you didn't catch that, I did switch... Cecil's armor over to the Black Belt. Specifically, I mentioned earlier, Crystal Armor makes him immune to Berserk. And especially with where we're at now, with 2 casters, I want Berserk. So I'd rather have the decent defense and strength increase than the ridiculous defense and not be able to Berserk. Berserk is good. Dark Elf. This should be very simple. Dark Elf is weak to Holy, so Cecil is going to wreck it. That simple. Like I said. So Berserk Cecil, straight 9s. At like level 20 against Dark Elf. That says everything you need to know about Crystal Sword and how it works. That's slightly terrifying. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. Virus Race or casting? Virus Race. So the D-Lunars counterattack different types of attacks with different patterns. They have like a bunch of different patterns that they can use. And if you start using physical attacks against them, they will cast Wall on themselves and then start casting Virus. However, they are also weak to Holy, which means Cecil is going to wreck them. I forgot that they counter every attack with... Yeah, that's really a bad plan. Well, I mean, we're gonna finish the fight, because Cecil's gonna... Yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of our characters missed out on that experience, which is less than ideal, but I can deal with it. Okay, so what is my plan now? We have the summon monster spots, so the bosses there. We have Dwarf Castle, including the warp glitch, which we don't have a character. No, we have Tella. Does Tella get warped? I'll check later. Pretty sure Tella gets warped. As long as Tella gets warped, that's probably the best plan. We also have a free item in Land of Summon Monsters. And 2 bosses there. I'd rather go down there and do that in one shot at this point, because we have a really good party. So I think I'm going to do Dwarf Castle first. Yep. That's a problem. We're really running out of Sparkle bosses. So this is like Wyvern, Plague, Pale Dim, I guess. Hopefully Plague or Pale Dim. Pale Dim. We can deal with that. Blink. No Pure 3 yet. This should be Blue Robe. So either Water Hag or Purple Gauntlet. Second Tella is definitely not joining. I forgot to do the custom, so this is a standard Vabul Gauntlet rather than the scaled version. Whoops. This is the problem when you do custom flag sets sometimes. You do dumb things. Minor oversights. Okay. Flying enemies are weak to bows. The good news is this mistake it doesn't like make it harder or something. It just makes this fight kind of pointless. There's Q3. Okay, Warp takes us back into the Crystal Chamber, which is a duplicate copy of the Crystal Chamber at the back of the Sealed Cave. But they reused because of the cutscene. Same Ruby. Might give us a replacement for Tella, depending on what we find. I'm not sure why I'm even checking this at this point. Yeah, that feels silly. Actually, I'll grab an Aegis Shield, since I'm here. Technically, I can equip that because Ogre Axes are one-handed. Specifically going to check this other character slot real quick before I go in further, because I've got a couple sirens I'm going to burn before I go down into Land of Summoned Monsters. So this is going to give me an opportunity to potentially switch out one more character. It's a Palom. Don't think this is a Palom setup. And as always, check your freebies. Just remembered I had a rat tail while we're up on the surface. Well, if we find a second Cecil, that could be really good. If we don't find a second Cecil, we have something for Edge to throw. Either way, good find. There's not a whole lot of chances left to find another Cecil. Apparently there's only one siren here. That was mediocre. Just get a few more levels. Before we head underground further. And Summon Monsters gives us 1 free item, 2 bosses to fight. Yeah. I mean, honestly, we've found a bunch of random crap in terms of stuff like, well, like white spear, white robe, like non-key items. We found a lot of non-key items, that's what I'm saying. Tower key. Good thing to do next. Let's see what we're dealing with. Whether these are bosses we can actually do right now. Otherwise, we head to the tower. So this is either Wyvern or Plague. Okay, that's doable. So, 2 easy but long bosses, or potentially long bosses. I should have attacked someone there. That's a mistake. Okay, we're gonna kamikaze life. Perfect. Oh, she has a heroin robe on. That's why. Should have attacked Tella. Crap. That was a couple dumb mistakes, more than anything. Both of these bosses are very doable, just to be clear. So let's be smart about it this time, and not make dumb mistakes. First thing, Berserk on Cecil. Second thing, Edge attacks Tella. Perfect. Let's see if we can pull this off before he does count again. Nope. Oh well. It was worth a try. There's our Adamant, one of the 2 required items to finish the game. So this boss only does percentage-based damage unless you screw up. There we go. So with the defender down, it won't be able to actually heal itself anymore. So now all we have to do is attack the back row, heal every few times it attacks us, and we're done. Just clear up some inventory space. Just have Edge throw some stuff. Should be getting close. Okay, so we've got the Adamant. We're still looking for the Legend Sword. Let's do a quick check at the shop. We're still going to have to facilitate a grind, and I don't have a great way to do it currently. If we find a darkness crystal, we could technically do a D-machine grind. I'd prefer not to with this party. Not because it's a bad party for it, necessarily, but because it's not the most efficient way to do things with this party. We don't need 2 slingshot characters, and that's when you want to do D-machine grinds. Which I guess means that we do this. That was a mistake. So we're gonna steal some sirens. This is probably gonna be faster than whatever else we would potentially do. Just knocked a couple characters out quick to make it so I had less turns to rotate through. And after this, I'm also going to real quick check where we're at on key items. I don't think we're at 10, but if we are at 10, then that's going to make this go a little bit faster. Well, where's the sirens at? 5. I am just having some real crap luck on this. Usually he's a little bit more efficient at stealing. I'm gonna go 2 more. that was an accidental double click there, so hopefully we're good to deal with whatever comes next. Let's just knock out, we're good. Okay. So I didn't get all the sirens I wanted, but that should be okay. Like I said, this isn't a party that needs really high levels. We need... I mean, our basic goal is going to be to get Edge and Rosa over 1,800 hit points. By the way, I said Edge and Rosa in particular because Cecil and Sid are very easy to get above 1,800, and Tella will never get above 1,800. So that's kind of the balance there. Also, generally, when you're just looking for one item, you don't want to do the tower on the way up in case you find the item you're looking for. But because I still need to do that grind and I want to find 2 key items, I want to do both anyway. Because there's no way I can find 2 key items in one location. Unless it's Miss Dragon. Technically, that would do. Okay, so if top of tower boss is Miss Dragon, I will be grumpy. It is not, it is Bahamut. So... hopefully we can just easily knock out the count before we run into any problems here. Okay, that's a pretty fast countdown. So now we're just gonna hope that we don't run out of, or that Cecil, if Cecil kills this guy before he gets his attack off, we just wasted a bunch of Star Veils. He did. Should have had more faith. Baron Key. So that's a key item. It is 2 item checks and 3 boss checks. Boss checks at this point, like I said, Miss Dragon. Because there aren't free key items on, the way you get the item or one of the key items is by beating Mist Dragon and then returning to the Village of Mist. Can't warp out here because of the bridge cutscene. So as long as this is a key item, we can do our grind quick. Which will just make the rest of the bosses go faster. At this point, we've got Baron Castle, which will go very quickly. And we've got the Sheila checks. I will save when we get close, only because we haven't found Wyvern yet. And it's the only Lunar Sparkle left, so that means we're down to, if we see that, we're going to be eating a Mega Nuke. And I just choose all my Star Veils. Honestly, at this point, we could probably take the Odin spot, too. Like, the smart way to do this is to, since he counterattacks, is just to Berserk Cecil, probably. But this is also a very low-level boss for us at this point. Okay, so this is very much the Cecil show at this point. I'm just gonna do this all in one trip. I know I just made that comment about Wyvern, and Wyvern in the Odin spot could actually be really bad. But that's very slim as far as the possibilities go. Can't think of much else that would be down here that would be really bad. King Queen Evelyn. Freebie. Okay. That should do it. Yep. Twin Harp. Well, that's a key item. It's not the one we're looking for, but it's a key item. Like I said, at this point, we're pretty much just down to our last few checks. We don't have the Darkness Crystal yet, otherwise we can potentially go to Cave Bahamut as well. Since it is Summons on. I'm kind of still hoping... I mean, we haven't found the pan yet, which could be vanilla, so we may just have to go run down the Sheila Cave at some point. Or Sylph Cave, and do the Sheila quest. But, yeah. This is actually a really interesting little moment. You may have noticed that Cecil did really crappy damage. He still did more than everybody else, but for him, it was crappy. And that is because Octomom is strong against holy damage for some reason. If I remember correctly. Oh, I wasn't even thinking about characters at this point. Goodbye, Sid. Sorry. We have an Excalibur. Cecil is better than you in every conceivable way. We could technically even find another crystal sword. There's our darkness crystal. So I think at this point, before we do Cave Magnus, we're going to do Sylph Cave. Because if this happens to be vanilla, that gives us 3 checks. It's been a while since I've played with dupes on. Duplicate characters just get so silly. Okay, so this is a freebie, effectively. Part of the reason I'm doing this check at this point, or these checks at this point, is because we have the potential to not have to wake up the big whale. So even though we have the darkness crystal, we can skip that. Legend. There we go. We just need to do our sirens, see where we're at on XP, and forge the crystal. Should be good. Should be good. And like I said, that means we get to skip even doing the cutscene of the big whale. We'll do a quick check at Kokol's shop. Actually, yeah, that actually is interesting. Okay, so we've got the crystal. Let's equip Cecil quick. Curse ring. This is way overboard. I'm just clearing my inventory at this point. Those are 50 hit points apiece. I still need to do some leveling, but that gives me kind of a cheat. Also, technically, I just sold all of my stuff without giving low-level Cecil without giving low-level Cecil a back row glitch, but we should be okay. There's Cure 4, that's one of the things we wanted, and there's 30 levels on Cecil. I don't think we need to do too many here. I'll do one more. Although now I'm slightly amused at the idea that we could actually make Tilla survive. Like, I don't know if I want Tilla to survive, just because that means that he stays in the turn order, but it is an amusing concept. They were there. Actually, real quick here, to form. So the goal here is just going to be Berserk. Everybody, pray. That's the plan. I don't have any silk webs, so we are going to have to do a manual slow. Come on. I'm hoping this goes to Rosa next. Let's see who our boss is. I have no idea who that is. Counters with nuke. That was unfortunate. Oh, crap. I hope this puts him up high enough and that Zermus pulls low enough that we're okay. Should be nerfed, so we should be okay. Yep. Switch the Avenger on, makes him able to keep his stuff. And we got the Crystal Sword switched back onto him, so now we have double Crystal Sword Cecil with one Crystal Sword. Because of the glitch with the Avenger. And I'm hoping that should be good. That's why Rosa wasn't healing very well. I had her on tier 3. Whoops. I'm gonna cast the second slow. You can stack slow twice on enemies in this game. It could be worse. And I think that should push it to the point where we just don't see him act again until he hits Meteor phase, if at all. Another shake. One hit away. Tella almost made it to the end for once. Okay. So that clocks in at a time right around 2 hours. Always about my sweet spot. Always happy to be right there. I'm pretty sure I'm under 2 hours. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. This heat was a lot of fun. And I'll go ahead and fast forward to the goodies and wrap up. Okay. Oh, yeah. No, we should be good. I didn't reset that many times. Okay. 138. Definitely okay with that. And honestly, I'm pretty happy with, like, that felt like we did a little bit too much looting at the end at one spot, but we ended up not having to do a lot of the stuff. We ended up skipping a few things, routing pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the seed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.